Welcome back to the Corona Bali Protected, presented by Hurley. We've got the last heat of the second round. That third round is taking shape, and this is going to decide that last place. Tomas Hermes taking on Connor O'Leary. Should be a good battle.
At Margaret River at North Point, there's so many different things happening to that young man. So hopefully he can turn it around here with Tomas Hermes, really kind of letting it fly out there as well.
Your inside knowledge, Strider.
Yeah, I feel like he's got so much talent. He's just got to turn his year around a bit. He's got, he's just had those unfortunate moments where things just went wildly wrong. And I think, just heavy waves and just stuff going on. I mean, I watched him in even Brazil just catching a lip.
Well, that's what it is. We talk about that need for results, and there's definitely a tangible hunger as we see Tomas up and riding again. But it definitely looks like Tomas is trying to make the point. He comes undone on that one. But both these guys, even Connor on that first funky wave, they were both paddling so hard.
The other women were out there going above the lip, so I really like the fact that they are out there warming up, getting ready for this kind of surf.
Tomas Hermes driving down the line, the current world number 14, trying to get back into the top 10. Slicing through the foam, a flatter section here. He's got the big airs that he can call to, and he throws a solid one. Just came down hard on the impact zone there. Couldn't quite ride out.
Dropping that putt in, and unfortunately it just rimmed out and he couldn't come away with the score. But look at how quickly he hit that. I mean, that was such a great snap right there. Cleans up the inside and then goes to the air, grabs, and then just compresses a little too hard into the front there. Didn't really look like he got caught in between trying to rotate out into a reverse and just doing a straight air. Them both being from Australia, but on opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes right down to personality and, kind of style and the kind of surfers that they are and positions in life.
Here goes Connor driving off the bottom into that first section. Solid hit to get started. Wants to clean this thing up on the end bowl, but can't quite ride out. So hard when that whitewater's coming at you from both angles. He was on his way to a pretty decent backup there, so unfortunate for him that he couldn't ride out of that final maneuver.
Tomas Hermes is going to get back out into that lineup. We'll take a nice look at this wave, though. Look at second wave of the set. Beautiful canvas. Finds a perfect snap off the top right there, and then gets a little caught up off the bottom, and that's where things went wrong for him. That resulted in him hitting that lip a little bit late, therefore coming out of it later with this whitewater catching up to him. Again, pace. You're going to slow down, and it's going to put you off a bit trying to recover and get your speed back up to finish that maneuver. Never really happened for him.
Tomas gets his opportunity now, taking off on a medium-sized wave. Nice hook in the pocket to get started. Again, slicing his way through the face of this wave. And you can see that dry rock there or something floating around on the inside. He drives around it, keeps on rolling. Little pop on the inside, little ollie. Not a lot of points in that final maneuver.
And with that, I'm wondering where the score is going to slide in after that. And here's a replay of that wave. Off the bottom, right? Corner hook. Off the bottom. Corner hook. Off the bottom. Corner hook. Pretty much all the same. And then finishes the inside. That last turn was a little bit of a change up on the pace of it all. So, it's going to be an interesting score to come by right now. Smaller wave, but clean face.
He has been pushed back in a second spot, though. Tomas Hermes, his last ride came through at a 6.33. Pretty close to what we predicted, Strider. And he's up once again, trying to get rid of a 3 now to make life a little bit more difficult for Connor. Swings his board into a reverse there on the inside. Well, Connor O'Leary was chasing a 4.17. Might need a little bit more after that ride.
Yeah, he's looking for it, and he's gaining momentum, and somebody decided to rewrite the same story as the last heat. At the moment, this thing is just rolling right out to being a kind of exact carbon copy of what happened in that last heat.
The call not to send out the first round of the women's. And it's probably a good idea since that tide is going to drop. The wind's going to continue to blow here as Connor O'Leary digs into that first section and throws the tail to finish this one off. Was looking for a 4.47 stride.
And we'll watch both ways now, but Connor comes up into the corner, gets a nice off the top right there, and then this finishing turn was actually solid. One of the, the better turns for him in the heat.
Tomas Hermes had dropped the 3.3, and the Brazilian is up once again here, trying to ensure that he can keep this lead. Nice hooking slice on the inside. Just trying to flow through and find a little bit more room to let go of some more turns down the line here.
And I just got to point out that second wave and that canvas, how much better it was for Tomas Hermes. Glides in. Look at the face of this wave. Look at the corner on it. I mean, gets a nice little sweep, comes up into the bowl, slams it vertical. Look at the rest of it right here. Whoa. And he's having so much fun. He switched up like 4 different maneuvers right over his opponent.
This location, once that tide starts dropping, it does seem to suppress the swell somewhat. But right now we've got Tomas Hermes. He's up, looking to replace the 6.33. He's going to go to the air. He pulls the pin on trying to land that one. Wasn't quite on top of his equipment. He heads back out in just 45 seconds now. Well, here he goes. This is his opportunity. Got to his feet before the hooter.
Nah, I don't know if he did.
Didn't get to his feet before the hooter. No, it sounded just before he was able to get up. So unfortunately for Conor O'Leary there, it looks as though his chances of a big finish here and a big jump up the leaderboard are going to go begging. He was left chasing a 6.49. Tomas Hermes, pretty solid, banking a couple of 6-point rides to earn his place in the third round.